lot of people will figure because I've been coaching a long time, I must really know how to figure out what a batting average is, because obviously my goal is to help you raise your batting average. And that's true. I do know how to figure batting averages out. I originally wanted to be a baseball statistician many years ago, and even wrote a program for the major leagues to do a lot of their charting and a lot of their programming for figuring a lot of different averages out, not just batting average. But the simplest one, the longest running one, is batting average, and it's one that's been most revered, even though there might be better measures. But the simple way to figure it out is you just take all the times you've come up at bat at the plate and divide that into the number of hits you received when you did your at-bats. And so, in other words, if you came up to bat 10 times and you got 5 hits, you'd be batting what we call 500, but it's actually 50% of the time you'd be getting a hit. 300, which is kind of the gold standard for major leaguers, is 3 times out of 10 you'd getting a hit. Now, where it gets a little bit complicated is what's a hit and what's an at-bat. Because not every time you walk up to the plate do you get credited with an official at-bat. Things like walks aren't counted, sacrifices aren't counted, sacrifice flies aren't counted. And then on the hit side, every time you get to first base doesn't count as a hit. A walk isn't a hit. Getting on base with an error isn't a hit. That actually helps your team because you got on base, but you would have gotten out. That's why they gave the person an error, is you would have gotten out, or somebody would have gotten out in your at-bat, and so therefore you don't get credit for a hit. What are some other things? There's even more sophisticated ones, that problems where, you know, catcher's interference, what happens if you hit the runner, what happens if the ball hits the umpire. Different things like that actually have different effects on it. But overall, most of the time, you come up to bat, you either get a hit or you get out, and now those are the easiest ones. And if most of those fall in that category, pretty easy to figure batting average out. It becomes, traditionally at the lower levels, you tend to give almost anything that gets through a hit, and you leave the errors alone. As you get up in the older divisions, it's tougher to get a hit on the same play that you would have gotten a hit in Little League, say, or in, so, you know, just be aware of that as well if you're scorekeeping.
If you got value out of this video and would like more tips on hitting, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell to be notified when the next one comes out, where I talk about how to come up with the best batting order.